So in summary, what we want everybody to know is that we had an incident that occurred in Chesterfield County. One of our probationary police officers was involved in an off-duty crash. She ran into a car in a parking lot, and then rather than simply going through the proper procedures that anybody would for getting in a wreck, she decided that she was going to try to hide it. She falsified information. She submitted a report that was deemed to be a false police report, and then through subsequent investigation, we got to the place where about a week later we terminated employment with her. On September 22nd, the crash occurred. On September 23rd, she put herself in a position to file a report. That's the one that was deemed to be false later on during the investigation. And during the course of the investigation, one of our detectives, in a routine check of reports, looking at how the detective could come alongside patrol and try to figure out how to solve this crime for the community, realized that we had some resources available and said, okay, well, let me start looking into this situation. Reached out to the officer who was involved and realized something just wasn't right. And then determined pretty quickly that the officer had falsified information, inserted herself into the situation, was confusing the matter, and so the detective decided that he would get supervision involved, and in short order, supervision ran that through the proper procedure. They got our investigations folks involved, they got our internal affairs folks involved, and the next day is when she was suspended after filing the false police report. In about a week's time, from the 24th until the 1st, the investigation was going through its course with the criminal side of things. The internal side was shadowing that. So internal meaning internal affairs, any policy violations, things that we would not want her to do as part of her course of business for being a Chesterfield County police officer. The criminal side, of course, looking to see if she'd done anything wrong criminally. It was determined that she had violated criminal code by filing that false police report. Our detective division checked in with our Commonwealth Attorney's Office and subsequently obtained a warrant for filing a false police report, which she was served, meaning she was arrested. And then on October 1st, we terminated employment with her. Immediately after terminating employment, the paperwork was drawn up by internal affairs folks and sent to DCJS to start the decertification process. There were a number of things that she did to try to cover it up, from how she initially let the driver know what had happened. She told some falsehoods there, to putting wrong information on the report about it being a hit and run, blaming somebody else effectively for what had occurred. I'm very proud of our personnel who were involved in this situation, from the detective to the road officers to the supervision to our detectives, our internal affairs folks. What this shows is that Chesterfield takes this stuff seriously, and we have a good team that's not going to stand by to allow somebody to sully our name and do something that is in violation of the public's trust.